Odin's Day. You're halfway there, baby. I know it might have been tough Monday and Tuesday, but you're at the top of the hill, ladies and gentlemen. Thursday's right around the corner, and then here comes the weekend. Hello, nerds, and welcome to GeekBeast. This is a part of the Geekish Network, your daily rundown of geek news from geeks that look like me, geeks that look like you, and geeks that look like my man over here, Yoda Black Lion himself, Hannibal. What's cracking, Chuck? Tell the people what's up.
Not much, man. Just out here chilling, man. Trying to live the dream. That's what I'm doing now. Is living the dream. That's all I can do.
Yeah, hey man, live it to the best. Love
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, if you're new to the show, we cover the Geek News Beat. We share our opinions with you. As you can see, we might be a little tired, but we're highly melanated. And don't worry, I'm gonna get your energy up today. Yo, I'm your host, Sintel, and we are going to be breaking down all of the dope stuff that's been trending up and down your news feed, be it Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is. If it covers the geek-like stuff, we got you covered. First up, hey, Google. You know, Google's always showcasing something or another, and today is no different. Their biggest announcement at I/O 2022 has been released. Things featuring such as like the Pixel Watch, the Pixel 7, 7 Pro, 6A phones, Pixel Bud Pros, Pixel tablets, AR glasses with live translations and a transcription demo that they put out. My ad center for advertisers, brand topic, preference customization, which is really good, especially for those that are in the spirit of entrepreneurship through digital means. You know, make that process a little bit easier. Google Maps immersive view to make it even more creepy when you stalk the person that you shouldn't be stalking. Yo, how are we feeling about all of this, man? Google dropping some gems. Anything catch your eye?
No. This is what I think of Google. Let me be honest what I think of Google. They'll forget about all this stuff in like 2 years. They'll drop the ball and forget about it. I did like the fact they pushed out into the future. They made a future announcement like, hey, we're working on something in the future too. Okay. And that's their tablet and their AR glasses, but I'll wait. I'm holding my breath. I was one of those people that bought into the their downloadable gaming system. Mm-hmm. That was the name of it.
Yeah,
Luna,
exactly.
Luna's Amazon.
No.
I forgot the name of Stadia.
That's right.
And they abandoned it. So I expect them to do the same thing with a lot of the stuff here.
There are.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that there are a couple of things that, they have remained pretty consistent on and have a really large following for, such as like the Pixel. Well, at least it's growing. I know a lot of people have been talking about it a lot. I actually don't know anybody that owns one, but I hear it talked about a lot. Do you know anybody that owns a Pixel?
Yes, I do. I know. I actually do know somebody that owns a pixel.
Ah, okay. There are pixels out in the real world. I just, you just don't ever hear about pixels out into the real world. It's kind of like, when you heard about like when Apple dropped the iPod, it had some competition, but I can't think of not one nary name of the competition that had another music player to go along with it. Yes, I kind of feel about the Pixel. Hey, so the AR glasses with the live translations and the transcription demo, I thought I saw something or other. Somebody's walking down the street and they were in a car and the car door opened up, and in the AR glasses, it showed like some graphics on the ground that told people to kind of like slow down, and it had like face recognition kind of like going on. I think, it seems like the AR glasses are going to be an inevitability.
Yeah,
I know
it's going to happen. I mean, the world needs it. The world needs that. And how cool it is to walk up to a street sign and know what it is, translate it in Chinese or Arabic or something. That sounds amazing. Somebody talk to you, you know what they're saying to you.
That's dope.
That's what we want. I want that. I can't see who doesn't want that.
Yeah, exactly. I remember, there's a lot of different neighborhoods in Los Angeles where, the culture is very pronounced. And if you want to go out there and find out, making sure you're going to a doctor's office and not a restaurant, you can read the caricatures that are being displayed. So it's got a lot of really good fundamental uses with that. I love that translation part of it. It just seemed like an easy segue, right? Because, you look at some of like the Apple technology regarding the ability to read text on photographs real easily and stuff like that. It just seems like it would be the next simple thing to do in the AR world. Huge shout outs to the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the great things about this particular show is that you have access to us. All you got to do is jump in the chat, say, yo, what's going on with your truck? What you drinking on? Yo, is there some water? Like some fabled kind of powder? Water,
Wow,
vodka's clear too. So is gin. That's all I'm saying. Inquiring minds.
All those are true, but this is just normal water, everyday water.
I tell you what is true. We got some people in the chat. Yo, my man Defunk, what's cracking, baby? He said, I used to be a G and Nexus user, but when Pixel became a premium price line, I figured I might as well get more for my money by sticking with the LG and the Samsung. Yeah. So, hey, I know I'm about to bounce around a little bit because I know I mentioned something regarding like the iPod. Yo, did you know like they are absolutely, Apple has officially discontinued the iPod? Did you hear about that? I think I'm jumping ahead. I think we're talking about this today in the news. Did you hear about that?
No, they actually discontinued the iPod. Well, you can't get the wired earbuds in the store no more, right? They don't sell the wired earbuds in the store anymore.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense if you want to promote the tech. You can't have access to the old tech they use.
$20 earbuds that people normally would like to use with their phones. They're like, nah, son, you got to pay $199.
Yeah. You know what? I was one of the main people. And once again, I have always been better on technology. And I was one of the main people that was like, nobody's going to pay for these expensive ass wireless headphones. So why is Apple not allowing people to put their old wired headphones in there? And now I so very rarely, I have like some studio headphones that are wired. You know what I'm saying? I use these from time to time. But outside of that, everything is like this. And, I keep some earbuds on me, like they're just constantly in my pocket. I haven't used wires in ages, and it seems like it ends up being the move. And I was one of the main people complaining about it. You still living that wired life?
Yeah, man. I take them on the plane with me. Take my wired headphones on the plane with me. And occasionally, when I had to travel with the computer, since I don't have a microphone, I take my wired headset because it has the microphone built in on it.
All right. So look, hey, that's good. I'm happy to see some of the old skills still holding on to the old ways of the force. Keep wired, man. Stay connected. Proud of you, man.
Yeah. Right, listen. One wired headphone.
Yo, speaking of old school, Lego is teasing an epic Optimus Prime Transformer set.
So, who you telling?
Yeah, so apparently there's already been some leaked images that's out on Twitter right now. Let me see if I can go ahead and copy this and put it into the chat so inquiring minds can know. So that's what it's looking like. Let's see what's saying. So the set will apparently be based on the original Generation 1 Optimus Prime and includes 1,508 pieces. And yes, you supposedly can transform the build between truck and robot without removing pieces. That is a hell of a selling point. Like, it's one thing to, experiment and have all this fun with some of the Lego projects that they have out there, but to actually take a transformer that you can actually transform without physically breaking it down piece by piece, that's pretty dope, man. Actually, that's super dope. You see the pictures of it?
Yeah, I saw it. I'm excited. They teased it yesterday on Instagram anyway, Lego Instagram. They said coming in June. And it says we will transform. And I'm like, oh yeah, they're bringing Transformer Legos. I don't know what they're bringing. I'm going to be excited to get it. They're bringing it my birthday month because they know it's my birthday. They're like, hey, this is what Chuck wants. We're going to get him some Transformer Legos, for his birthday. And they just did it. And if this Optimus Prime is the real one, I'm excited. Transforming Legos, who doesn't want that? I want that.
Right. That is a huge selling point for me. That is enough to get me to maybe spend that amount of money. And how much you ask? Well, I'll tell you, $169. That's a little pricey, but no, actually, no, it's not. It's actually
not for Legos.
It's actually kind of like on par. So you're not really doing an over premium kind of price. I wonder how big is it? Does it say the size of it? Well, the set is also said to include Optimus Prime's Ion Blaster, the Energon Axe, the All Spark, and a jetpack, plus a plaque similar to the Ultimate Collector Series line. Damn, that's really chocked full of goodness. I'm actually thinking that might be a little cheap for it, seeing as how we've had like some of the other Optimus Prime models that can drive around and transform and do their own thing. They're at a super high premium price point. I'm surprised that Lego made it this low, man. So with that being said, you all better sign up on that list real quick, because that is going to be flying off the shelves. I can guarantee that. So we had some additional trailers kind of come out, 2 of them. We'll talk about both of them real quick, because I don't think either of us saw either trailer. One of them was the Westworld Season 4 teaser trailer that came out, and then the other one was the House of Dragons. I know we talked very, very briefly regarding Westeros's a prequel to the very first Game of Thrones series. Either or strikes your fancy, neither, or one or the other. What's going on with it?
That's a good question. Does it strike my fancy? No, not at all. Not at all. No. Do you want to see it? Are you going to watch it?
Well, you know what? Like I said, I watched the first season of Westworld, and I was intrigued enough to finish it. And then, I kind of like walked away after that. Yeah.
And I love Thandie Newton. I can watch Thandie Newton in anything. But I didn't. I started the second season. I got 2 episodes in and said, nope, not for me. That's what I
exactly.
did.
I'm really surprised this even made it to a 4th season. But inquiring minds have said that it's really good, or at least it picks up. That's what I'm hearing. And then you already know how I feel about House of Dragons.
Yeah, House of Dragons I'm more excited for. I know that George is all in on this, and he's really upset the way they closed out his last show. So hopefully he brings it, because he lost a lot of fans. I think people are going to watch that first episode, and that pilot better be amazing. It better feel like a movie. It better be the best dragon movie I've ever seen.
When Game of Thrones was in stride, and when it was hitting, like clicking on every cylinder, it was extremely cinematic. I remember like the very first blow your mind cinematic episode. What was it? It was the battle on the river. I forgot the name of it. Shit, the Battle of the Bastards, not the Battle of the Bastards. The one where they had the ship and the water caught on fire and all that. Well, anyways, that was one of the very first times that I can really recall where we saw money get spent on that high of a level for like a TV series. I can't think of anything else before then that looked that cinematic. So I think you're right, man. I think they'll knock it out of the park with the first one. If they don't show the dragons in the very first episode,
they show a ton of dragons first episode.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they better blow a big chunky part of the budget to get people in there.
Yeah, that first episode better be like, oh my God, I didn't expect to see this many dragons. They better show dragons fighting, having sex. They better show dragons doing everything. Dragons
they up in the corner playing CeeLo.
Drinking their 40 ounces, rapping on the corner of the cypher. They better have dragons doing everything.
Dragons everywhere. every damn where. Yo, you shout out to the chat again. Yo, the funk said the official Lego Transformer looks so much better than the earlier Crayo sets from a decade ago. Yeah, wow. I'm not really familiar with the Crayo sets, but if the funk says it, then it must
I have some Crayo Legos. I have the Crayo Transformers on the wall here. Like I got the figures. I got the figures. Like they came in the yearbook.
Okay. Huge shout out to Johnny Randolph. Yo, what's cracking, Big Pippin? Happy to see you, man. Hey, he said the first two seasons of Westworlds were good. Okay, see, so that's what I'm saying. Like those in the know, definitely recommend it. The third was trash. Huge shout out to the funk again who said I'll give Westworld season 4 a chance since I love the first two so much. Even in spite of the Matrix 2 and 3 shark jumping they did in season 3. I'm not a fantasy fan though, so continuing to not watch Game of Thrones. Yeah, just stay away from that pain, man. You know.
Yeah, don't watch Game of Thrones. You may want to watch these dragons though, because these dragons gonna do things we ain't never seen dragons do before. They have to bring it. You hear me? They have to bring it.
You remember? Have you ever seen that movie Walk Hard?
Yes.
It's like you remember that scene where that dude C. Riley kept walking in and the black dude is like snorting coke or just smoking weed, and he's like, "Don't do it, Dewey. This isn't for you. It's horrible.
It's not for you.
It's not for you, Dewey." That's how I feel about Game of Thrones, and I'm recommending it to people. As I'm sitting there snorting lines of Game of Thrones. They're like, "Should I jump in?" No, don't do it. It's not for you.
Yep, that's what it is. It's not for people.
Man, yo, speaking of not being for somebody, EA, man. EA is like, here's the thing. EA is a company that loves to flex. I'll say that. They flex their properties. They're all about the money. They're all about the bag. They don't play. It's all about profits. Microtransactions has been one of those things that's kind of like they've been getting, jokes have been told and stuff like that. You deal with EA, you know what you're getting. And then there's FIFA, arguably one of the most corrupt sporting agencies outside of the NCAA. And that's not
that is probably true.
Much.
That's not saying
outside of the NCAA.
Yeah.
FIFA is super corrupt. These two teamed up and made magic. Magic. They have put together the most popular sports gaming franchise of all time. Far surpasses Madden. All right. FIFA is legendary. Listen,
it is.
EA is ditching FIFA. Bruh, ditching. They're kicking FIFA to the curb. And not only are they kicking them to the curb, they're kicking them to the curb and doing their own thing.
Yeah.
I want to feel bad for one of the other parties, but both of them are such snakes in the grass. It's kind of like, you see that episode of The Simpsons where the two monkeys are knife fighting and everybody's kind of like rooting them on? That's how I feel about EA and FIFA. Who wins and who loses in this?
I kind of think EA may win in this one. I mean, they do say the press release says our unique license portfolio more than 19,000 players, 700 plus teams, 100 plus stadiums, and 30 leagues that we've continued to invest in for decades will still be there, uniquely in EA Sports FC. That includes exclusive partnerships with Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, Series A, and MLS, and more to come.
Yeah, but they don't have FIFA.
Yes, they don't have the organization of FIFA. They don't have the organization of FIFA.
Like all those other ones are good. Don't get me wrong. They are. But I promise you, a diehard FIFA player from Argentina is not trying to jump into the MLS. It's just being real with you. But
I wonder if they have everybody, but they don't have the name FIFA.
Right.
Like they have all the teams and all the leagues. Like EA went around and cut a deal with all the teams, cut out FIFA, and be like, guess what? We're not gonna carry your name no more. That's okay with us.
Hey, and I don't feel bad. Good.
We just call it the league. It's called EAPA. EAPA.
from my understanding, is that FIFA's price point was like ridiculous, like absolutely. Like they were already like dragging raking EA over the coals regarding like the licensing, but they then when they tried to go back into the negotiating room, they threw out a number and EA was like, "You tripping." You shout out to Funk who said EA saving $1 billion in this breakup. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. So here's the thing. Like, we've seen this happen before, right? And there was a little old game called NFL 2K. And a little game, NFL 2K. And Madden, EA, once again, was like on some, whatever, I'm not really worried about them. They don't have anything. We'll be A-okay. And 2K was dope. Way doper than anybody even expected. The first generation of the football game was really good.
It was,
and then
like
the second
best
one,
football game ever made.
Yes. And I was just about to say it was arguably better than what Madden, EA's Madden was putting out at that time. Somebody is going to pick up FIFA. They're probably not going to pay the amount that FIFA was asking for, so they're probably going to catch the short stick. Is that name alone enough to get people to sign
I don't
up
know.
and maybe rub EA's face in it again?
Only soccer franchise that can pick it up is Pro 11. If Pro 11 snatch up the franchise name Pro 11 FIFA, it's over. Pro 11 arguably was a better soccer game until EA put FIFA on the title. And that's what made it really great. That's when people bought in on it. And it was still a weaker game for a number of years until they finally got it right. Then when they got it right, they gave Pro Evolution Soccer a beat down after they got it right. Once they got the game right. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen.
Well, according to the article, FIFA still plans to work with other publishers on future games with its branding. A number of new non-simulation games are already under production and will launch during the third quarter of this year. So it feels like, they're still going to be on their feet. Obviously, FIFA's not going to just not be branded somewhere. I mean,
probably not. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? That organization's so corrupt. Who knows? They may never want to be branded. They may try to spin up their own gaming studio.
That's what I'm saying.
They may try to do their own thing. They still enough money they can.
Maybe them and the Olympic Committee will form an unholy bond and put together a project, because the Olympic Committee is like the third of the most evil sporting franchise ever.
I think FIA is giving them a run for their money. I think Formula 1 is giving them. Formula 1 and Formula 2 is pretty corrupt too.
Hey man, please don't be dogging F1. I'm just now getting into the sport.
Man, I love it. Man,
it probably is corrupt though. It probably is.
Man. You'll see. Are you watching F1 on Netflix?
Hell yeah, but I've only seen seasons 1 through 3. I've only seen seasons 1 through 3. Don't spoil it for me.
Okay.
Yo, huge, absolute gigantic shout outs to Travis, who's in the chat. Yo, what's cracking, my man? Yo, he said back in the day, Acclaim made Quarterback Club and sold it for $20 in the mid 90s. That made EA nervous. Yeah, I do remember Quarterback Club. Okay. Yeah. So, when there's a void in the space, something always fills it. Yeah.
Imagine
nature
Take Two comes with a soccer game. Boy, they better be in. Boy, Take Two comes with a FIFA game. Well, EA should be scared. Then EA should be scared.
Speaking of things that made me a little bit nervous, I saw this on my timeline. Didn't get a chance to jump into the full details of it, but we're gonna bang out these headlines, and that is dealing with Star Wars, ladies and gentlemen. So, Star Wars Jedi devs' request for female and/or Black lead was denied over enough representation. So yeah, former developer Respawn Entertainment claimed that requests from them and several other team members to make Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order's protagonist female and/or Black were denied. Nora Schremek, a lighting artist at Respawn who worked on Fallen Order, said that several employees advocated for a female and/or Black protagonist, but were denied under the pretenses that the game and the franchise as a whole it's just way too many darkies. You know how it is. It's like one makes you safe, 2 makes you nervous, 3 is too many.
Yeah, sounds about white. I mean,
so listen. So according to her, the reasons for the denial were that they already had 2 Black people in the game. Yo, that train is always on time, ladies and gentlemen.
Always on time. That train.
Ray is a woman. It can't do that.
We got 2 blacks and a woman already. You know what that is? That's a porn, so we can't have any more. Oh my goodness. This sounds about right. That sounds about right. I mean,
my God.
It doesn't get any better than that. It doesn't get any better. And I can see them saying that. I mean, every game dev that of color will say that sounds about right.
It was like 1.
That sounds
right, you cool?
About
2, right. They'd be like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
They said 3. Man. They said, hell no. There is no way. We're not going to make this a black video game.
And I bet you the 2 black characters they have, one is working on one of the ships and the other one's the janitor.
Yeah, either that or covered in enough makeup and paint that you can't even tell that they're black.
And robotic parts. You can't be normal. You can't be normal. You know,
yo, that is
or controlling lightning. You know, black people always control lightning and electricity. Some reason they give us electricity and robotic parts.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If there's any superpower that we have, it's guaranteed
electricity or has some robotic parts. Okay. Like black people are cyborgs. Like what? No, we're not. We want to be normal humans too.
Hey, listen. Oh, we got to get some other people to hear, and the timing on this is absolutely perfect. You know, I think we have some of the members of Binge-Worthy that's gonna hop in for a bit of this crosstalk. Yeah, we got to save some of these lulls because I got to
hear what they got to say. You got to hear what they got to say.
I got to hear what they got to say. But you know what though? While they're coming in, I understand the nervousness because you know what the version of that is for me. When there's too many black people in the room and how white people get nervous. The reverse of that for me is if I'm visiting somebody's home and I see one American flag, I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. You know, they're patriotic. If I see 2, I'm like, all right, you know, they super patriotic. Any more than 2 flags, I'd be like, I'm feeling a little nervous.
What would you do if you saw a Confederate flag?
I'm feeling a little nervous. Too much patriotism going on over here. Yo, what's going on, Travis? I don't know if you in here. Yo, my man Johnny Randolph. Yo, what's going down? Yo, you hear this madness, right?
Man, it's ridiculous. It's crazy.
yeah. Crazy. I got 2 black characters.
Right.
In
a world where they have
Travis, you hear that?
In a world where they have animals,
there's a whole lot of blackness
people.
On it. There's too much representation right now on this.
Right now.
Right. But guys, we're in a world where they have blue people and purple people and pink people. And they're like, nah, it's too many black people. These real black people. We got 7 feet dogs walking around. And they're like, well, you know, we already covered the full spectrum of black people with 2.
I know. They do have green people in that world. They have pink people in this world.
Right. They like, well, you know.
They always have more than 2 of them. They always have more than 2 of them.
I would just love like for a week to just exist in that clueless world.
Man,
me too. I just want to know what it feels like to be white. Like, how's that feel? Knowing that you're the smallest population on the planet, but there's more story about you than anybody that ever existed.
They literally have robots.
And you change story. You'd be like, we're gonna make Cleopatra white. We're gonna make Osiris white.
Jesus.
We're gonna make Jesus white.
Right. Dude, they got robots who don't talk more than they have black people. And they said, well, quota reached. We got 2. Quota reached.
They got,
you know what someone told me that blew my mind the other day? I didn't even realize this. Ain't no black people on the Jetsons.
Not one.
Hold on. No, all the Flintstones. There ain't no black people in the past, and there ain't none in the future.
What happened? Did we just happen? Come on, Hanna-Barbera.
Their plan worked. That's what happened in the Jetsons.
Right. There are no black people.
They
have a blue robot housekeeper, and they don't have any black people.
Not a one.
So
now you know if they was making sprockets, there's some black people in there.
Somewhere,
sprockets and cogs, right?
Right.
No, don't talk bad about Spacey Sprocket. That's my dude, boy. He was all about his money.
You know there was black people in.
he lowballed some black person to come there.
Where to get the raw materials from? Where to get the raw materials from? Last time I checked on this planet.
Bro, I tell you, there's somebody black. You know how like there's non-black people, but you know they black. We know Rosie Black. We know Rosie Black. Rosie got dunk. She walking around. You know, she the housemaid. Like we know Rosie Black. We know Rosie Black.
And the creators will tell you that too. They'd be like, "What do you mean ain't no black people? We made Rosie. Like,
we made the housekeeper black.
Robot.
We make the robot housekeeper black. Why are you people complaining? There's never enough. We can't. When will you be satisfied?
She is black. She got electric powers.
She got electric powers.
She does have electric powers.
Ain't that what I said?
We have connected the dots, ladies and gentlemen.
They make us robots. Wow. Look at Geordi LaForge. Robot part. Cyborg is a cyborg.
Yeah, Cyborg is literally a cyborg. And Lightning,
at least
Black
it's not
Lightning.
Data. At least he's not Data though.
Yeah, Data's a full android.
Yeah.
But Black Lightning, old boy from
name a black somebody said name a black super P-Bro that doesn't have some robotic part on them. Or it deals with lightning.
Or lightning powers.
Or electricity.
Whatchamacallit?
There are a couple.
I was like Black Panther. They're like, you name one.
Whatchamacallit?
There's only one.
Netflix show. Whatchamacallit?
Yeah, Luke Cage.
Luke Cage. I don't know. I mean, I can name a lot of them from the Milestone comics.
But right. Which is fun.
But that's made by black people though.
Yeah.
My point.
But but even Milestone got Static Shock, so there's still.
That's what I was thinking.
Honestly, like, you know, when I read that story, the first thing that came to my mind was, it's like, this is why you have to be in a room when it happens, right? Like, this is where you have to exist and you have to, like, you know, speak your truth. I mean, it's really what this is about. And it's funny because, like, you know, even I had like a situation that happened early on in my career where we were making Vampire the Masquerade, and we had we had all these different vampires, right, that we were creating. And, you know, I was much more militant when I was younger. And I resented the fact that they said the older that you got, the more pale you got, right? Oh. So I said, why not do one where the older you get, the darker you get, right? Fast forward now, like 30 years, you know, from then, now somehow that's racist. And I'm like, you know, a black man did that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I like the fact you get darker, night skin, become a night skin.
Night skin.
What I'm saying is, it's like having people who are in that target demo, right? Mm-hmm. should influence things better, hopefully.
Hey, what y'all gonna do when they recast T'Challa as a white man? What y'all gonna do then?
Wait for it. Hey, listen.
Wait, because they want diversity. It's too many black people, like in Africa, so they want diversity. And T'Challa's gonna be a white man. Watch. Wait. What y'all gonna do then?
Yeah. What y'all gonna do? Y'all do know they do have a Burning Man in Africa called Africa Burn, and it's all white people.
They what now?
They have a version of Burning Man in Africa, in South Africa, and it's and you see all the pictures of it. It's all white and Asian. There's no black people there whatsoever in Africa.
I don't know what to say. I mean, Africa's a big place, man.
It is a huge place,
man.
So, but I mean, here it is. They have 30,000 people show up, and none of them are black.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know there's 30,000 white people in Africa.
Just take that part of Africa, white people. Just
T'Challa gonna have a blonde-haired Nordic woman, right? She's gonna be like, just wait till it all happens. Wait.
It's crazy.
No, I got nervous when I was watching it, when they were like, give this man a shield. I'm like, no, please don't give him a shield. He can stay. Wait a minute. Yo, when the Winter Soldier was hanging out, chilling with the Dora Milaje and healing and getting arms, I'm like, don't do that. I'm telling he'll stay. I need Wakanda to stay where it is. I'm just nervous.
What are you talking about?
I love
even
Wakanda,
in Black Panther, a white man saved the world.
He shot down all the. He shot,
He shut down all the planes that are going out there.
Help save the world. Come on now.
No, he saved the world. He stopped them from leaving. White people tell you that. I had white people tell you that. Man, you go to these white stores, like even we had to save the black people and let them fight each other. There was black on black crime, and we had to go out there.
It was genocide, right? It was a civil war genocide.
Oh yeah, Travis, you need to read.
And then the white guy delivered the kill shot that saved it.
Yeah. He gave the kill shot to save it.
Why dude came in and was like, break it up. Why y'all fighting like this?
Crips and Bloods fighting each other, and then the white police officer had to come in and save the community. That's what it was.
Had to stop. The white man had to stop the black man.
I really can't with any of you right now.
Listen, yo.
It is what it is.
That's actually a good place to kind of like half segue this bad boy. Yo, Johnny Randolph, binge-worthy, baby. Yo, what we looking at tonight?
Hey man, tonight we looking at Amazon Prime's or Paramount Plus's Picard season 2.
Oh, heard some interesting feedback. It's season 2.
Season 2.
Yeah, this is the latest one. It's only 2 seasons.
Yeah, right? It's only 2 seasons. So, they filmed season 3. It'll be coming out, but season 2 is the only 2 seasons have premiered so far.
All right, man. Give me some hot takes. Give me let's start off with you, Travis. Give me a hot take, man.
Extremely well acted.
Okay. All right.
That's important in sci-fi. It is. It's like, people think it's all blips and, all this other kinds of stuff. But, when you can get some solid acting in your sci-fi, man, that's good times. Okay.
Not bad. All right, Chuck, how you feeling, man? Give me a hot take.
A Fall from the Stars.
Ooh. Let's got some depth. I feel like I got some layers. I gotta peel back with this bad boy. That's a good hot take. All right, yo, Johnny Randolph.
Hey, my man Q is back in the world of Star Trek, baby. That's what we needed. Q is back, and that's all I'm gonna say, man.
Okay. All right. Hey, binge-worthy, ladies and gentlemen, please stick around so that you can catch this because it is off the chain. But before we roll out, I gotta go ahead and say what's up. I'll make this super quick. A big shout out to Digital Click, who helps supports the Geekish Network and especially GeekBeast as well. You see all this beautiful graphic design that you see around here? That's them. They make us look good. We look good. We give you a good show. More people come. Digital Click. They make it happen. We even trust them well. Market it. You should too. Hey, as you can see, binge worthy's coming up right around the corner. It should be popping back up maybe in another
about 5 minutes.
About 5 more minutes. I promise you, it is worth your time. Yo, special guest Travis being on here. I know y'all about to be off the chain. Yo, and the lovely Courtney Wright is coming in as well, giving some absolutely incredible feedback. It's worth it. I promise you.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Stick around.